Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. Thank you for joining me today. I have a special episode prepared for you guys. I was back home with my family for about a week and I really enjoyed being back home in Bavaria, having a contrast and a time off from Berlin. I'm really excited to share some of the images I made, some of the trips I went on, and have this more personal, behind-the-scenes, vloggy kind of style of video. You'll be seeing some photographs I made while I was on 2 beautiful hikes, some photographs from my daily walks that I love to take and that I'm taking, and also I'm sharing some photographs that I haven't shared so far that are part of my ongoing projects. So stay tuned for those. Additionally, I'm also sharing some first impressions on some gear I bought. The first thing that I'm going to be sharing is this beautiful Canon 50mm f1.2 lens that I picked up. I'll show you some sample images and talk a little bit about it. So let's jump right into it. The first morning I was greeted by a blue sky and some sunshine, so I didn't hesitate and tried to get out as soon as possible. The last time I visited my hometown during Christmas, there was still a house standing on this property. Now there are no more traces left. I'm just gonna share a little bit of history about this field that I photographed. It's a wonderful small little piece of nature close to my home, and it has always felt like a refuge to me, especially because where I grew up is a very urban neighborhood and there's not a lot of greenery around it, and this small field is just so green, and once you enter the field it really feels like there's only nature around you. So wherever you look you don't really see any buildings, and that's what's makes it so special to me. Additionally, it's been a part of my childhood memory. I've walked this field hundreds and hundreds of times, and some of my earliest memories from childhood are connected to that field, so it holds a very special place in my heart. And yeah, I'm doing a series on the field right now. Over the last probably 2 years, I've photographed the field from roughly the same angle in different conditions. Visiting the university. I absolutely love the local university and enjoy strolling around the campus, looking for small details and getting inspired by the brutalist architecture. Here, I've recreated 2 photographs I made last year, this time at sunrise instead of sunset. Then it was time for some much needed coffee. If you are interested in seeing the entire project that I did on this university, head on over to my website and go to projects, and you will find it under Brutalistic Beauty. After taking a small break at home, I headed into the city center to get some new glasses for my glasses. I had already carried around my Leica M6 for 1.5 to 2 hours, and it does get heavy sometimes. So I decided to take my Leica Mini Lux, which I just picked up over Christmas. I've shot 3 rolls through the camera so far, and I'm not really sure if I want to keep it or not. I ended up talking to this antiquity store owner for about an hour. He was super friendly and very knowledgeable. These photographs are scenes from my mom's house. If you would be interested in me making an entire video about this camera, let me know in the comments down below. I enjoyed the sunshine on the porch. It felt so incredibly good. I really enjoy having some cameras back home that are always waiting for me there. This helps me to travel a bit lighter, and I'm always looking forward to using the cameras I have back home. On the left are the 3 cameras I brought, and on the right are the cameras that I have left at my mom's place. Here you can see my first attempts to give this camera a shot, the DJI Osmo Action, which I bought over 4 years ago, but I never really used, and now I'm really happy to give it a try and just see how it goes, because it can create some really nice footage. So that afternoon I went and looked for the camera, found it, charged its batteries and went out to try it. The sunset was super soft and the colors were just so beautiful. For me, these very sunny days in early spring hold a special place in my heart. I finished the roll and tried to capture the process of reloading with the Osmo Action on a head strap. I'm not 100% happy with the angle of the camera, but that's something that I can easily get used to and improve upon. One of the privileges of photographing a place that you've grown up in is the fact that you always know the best sunset spots. In my case, the field that you saw earlier was the best spot to catch some of those magical deep red sun rays. After the sun had set, I decided to photograph a small beekeeping area and shot everything wide open at around 1/50th of a second. After you've just been part of my daily walks and kind of the urban scenes that I like to document and capture, I decided to switch it up and go for a hike with one of my childhood best friends, Lucas. Shout out to you. And we were contemplating if we should spend the evening, because it was very sunny, if we should spend it on some urban scenes and just kind of walk the neighborhood or go on a hike, and we decided that we wanted to spend some time in nature. So let's look at the footage and look at the pictures together. I brought the Canon P with a 35 1.8, my M6 with the 50 1.2. Das ist ja geil. The hike was super enjoyable and we were blessed with some awesome light. The photos are not the best, but since I was just in lens testing mode, I didn't really aim to create the best possible images, but rather to see how the lens renders at different apertures and distances. The next day, I tried out the 51.2 a little more. I did some walking around my neighborhood, and here are the images that I got. Overall, my first impressions on the lens are that it's pretty big and heavy, and the rendering is nice from f2 on, but very soft at f1.2. Since it's a really old lens from the 1950s with old coating, I knew that it wasn't gonna be tech sharp. I think this lens might have some good use cases in photographs that are supposed to look dreamy, or if you need to create a lot of separation. Also, I wanna try it out for some portraiture as well. Here you can see a shot I took at f1.2. Let's jump into the main part of this video, which is the second hike, where I have by far the most footage and the most photographs. I went on a second hike with my best friend from back home, childhood best friend Johannes. Shout out to you, Johannes, or Hannes, that's his nickname. It was a pretty lovely day as well. It felt like you could just wear a t-shirt, which was amazing. And I decided to take the Osmo Action and film some footage with it, but unfortunately I thought it would be a good idea to put it on top of my head. Not exactly like this, but like with a head strap. But once I looked at the footage after the hike, I found out that it was a terrible idea, because I was always moving my head like this, because I was constantly kind of scanning my surroundings to see if there's something that I want to photograph. And when I looked at the footage, it was super bad. Lesson learned, that's for sure. I only took one camera with one lens, which was my Leica M6 with the Summicron 35mm version 3. I also had my Ricoh GR3 with me. I gave it to my friend Johannes because he's thinking about getting a Ricoh, so I thought I'd just bring mine so he can try it out. The beginning of this hike was a little bit boring, but after around 1 hour, the forest started to become more sparse, and some bigger rock formations started to enter the picture as well. The hike became more demanding, but it was definitely worth it.
We had a lunch break at this beautiful spot below some rocks, and I found out that it's a local climbing crag that's currently not allowed to be used because of bird breeding times.
And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for joining me on my adventures back home. I'm always really enjoying these times where I'm getting out of Berlin, being with friends, being with family, being out and about in nature. This, for me as an artist, is really, really important to me. Like after probably 4 to 5, 6 weeks being in the same place, I just get kind of caught up. I need some change in my life at that point. So at some point, for me, it always feels like I know every single corner, I know every single person, I know every single plant around my neighborhood. And at that point, it's just too much for me. I need some change. So this was a really, really welcome change for me. Now it's time to hear from you guys. Do you feel the same? Do you have some similar experiences where you just feel kind of stuck with your artistic work, with the photographs you're creating? Do you feel like you need a change of scenery, a change of location every now and then as well? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really curious to hear. I've just noticed that for myself and for my artistic endeavor, it's really important to change sceneries. Once I come back to Berlin, once I come back home, I'm also way more excited to be photographing Berlin again. So it goes both ways, so to say. This vlog style video was kind of new to me, and it was a mixture of many different styles, so I hope you enjoyed it. I really like to give you guys this kind of behind the scenes view into my artistic practice. As I said earlier, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one spending your time with me. And if you're interested in my work or anything like that, I have my socials down below. I have an amazing website that a friend of mine created for me, and I'm really proud of it. So if you want to see some more of my work and my projects, go check it out on my website. Otherwise, my Instagram is also linked in the description down below. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and just go out, shoot some film, do good, be nice to people, and have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much.